Hi guys, I'm a little bit late to the party with this one. It's been shown a lot on various of the channels, but because my channel is dedicated to special editions and weird packages, I'm going to show you guys it anyway and give my thoughts on not only the album but the packaging itself. Because once over I was a very big Tool fan. So I'm going to give out my thoughts on what I actually think of the album. So for anyone that's been living under a rock the last couple of weeks, I'm sure you'll probably know by now if you've been researching that this has been a long time in the making. A lot of fans have waited 13 years for this album, myself included. And when you sit back and think how long 13 years is, how much you change as a person in that time, it's crazy. It's a big amount of time to wait for an album. You change a lot. I know I've changed a lot in 13 years. However, 13 years ago, Tool was like, Tool was a bit of an obsession of mine. I couldn't get enough of their albums, the way they made music, polyrhythms, all that kind of stuff, cryptic and mysterious lyric writing. It just made them stand out from any other metal rock band at the time. So yeah, by about 2012, after hearing them say that they're going to release an album at some point, I kind of just let it sit in the back burner and basically just say to myself it'll come when it'll come, if it ever comes. And since then we've had constant promises and failed promises. But here we are, 2019, just before the decade's out, and they've released Fear Inoculum. Quite possibly one of the best albums of the decade at the minute. I've basically sat on it solid since it's come out, and I'll be honest that when it was first announced, I had zero expectations at this point, and it was only furthered by listening to the title track. I find Fear Inoculum to be a very safe sounding song, and it didn't really give me any buzz in looking forward to what the rest of the album would sound like. But after hearing it all in full, like I say, for the whole week, it's incredible. It's an incredible journey. The album itself is a bit of a social statement to the times we live in at the minute. The streaming era, where people tend to just listen to single songs in a disposable way, listen to the song and just do away with it. This album makes you sit down for the full, almost hour and a half to fully appreciate it. That's what you have to do. You have to be attentive. You can't listen to it in fragments. The only way you're going to really understand the band's headspace, Fear Inoculum, is to really sit down, give it your complete attention, and I respect that. I haven't listened to a prog album for a lot of years really. I used to really like progressive metal. I'm not saying that Tool are progressive metal. They certainly take traits from the genre, but just in terms of sheer length, I mean, bar maybe Swans, there's not a lot of albums I listen to that are this long, and I'll give Tool the credit that the 86 minutes is pretty well justified in my opinion. I don't really feel that they drag their heels. I'll admit that the interludes could have been cut out considering how long each song is. Each song's 10 plus minutes. But it's a minor draw. Like I say, when you listen to the whole thing, the interludes sort of gel all the main songs together and create a really cohesive vibe. But yeah, it's just a thoroughly enjoyable album. The drums are the focal point of this record. I even feel it's in the production. Drums just seem to sit front and centre while everything else works around them. It's riddled in the signature polyrhythms, and yeah, Danny Carey just really shows his chops on this thing. There's so many moments from everyone, but definitely Danny Carey has some really, really jaw-dropping moments that really show the calibre of his skills, and it's definitely showing here. It's a record that manages to blend all of their sounds into one. I suppose being away this long, it only makes sense to make this kind of a celebratory thing where they look at previous successes and put it into this album. So, with like Sem Test, or however you pronounce it, the last track on the album starts off very Enema sounding. It's got that sort of old metal kind of riff, and there's a lot of those kind of grooves and influences peppered around the album. But with Maynard's vocal approach on that track, it does sound very Enema sounding. But you'll just hear a lot of sounds that they've used for 10,000 Days and Lateralis, and not so much Undertow, but definitely Anywhere Onwards. And but they use all these influences and make a more modern spin on it all. I've heard a lot of people say that Maynard is neutered on this really, and I disagree with that. I think he does a great job. He's very in the background with this album. He lets the music do a lot of the talking, and considering how long and the context of why he's taken this album so long, it kind of makes sense why Maynard's gone the route he has with this, because at the end of the day, Maynard isn't the reason why this has taken so long. It's down to the lads really analysing the music, coupled with the pressure of obviously how long it's taken for this album to come. So what Maynard does contribute to the album, I feel really pushes the music when he's actually on it. I think the only downside really is Justin Chancellor, the bassist. He kind of sits on autopilot for me. I'm a bassist myself, so obviously I was very aware on what Justin was playing. I think Adam Jones, his guitar playing is really good. He's obviously a rhythm guitarist, so he has a tendency to just sit in the pocket, but he does do a lot of stand-up moments for me. Adam Jones on Tempest, he has a lot of really good moments. There's a hammer-on section on that song which really pulled me back when I heard it, because it's a bit flashy for Adam. But he has plenty of moments on this record where it shines, but I just feel that for Justin it's a bit heard it all before sounding. Not bad playing by any means, because the guy's a phenomenal bassist, but I just feel that he doesn't sit outside the box like he does on his other albums. So I suppose that's a little criticism. So I think overall the album needs to be heard in full, and with your full attention. So you basically have to dedicate, like if you want to watch a film, just dedicate that time to listen to the album properly, put some good headphones on and just enjoy the ride. If anything else, it's a testament to just how good these guys are, because I mean, at 13 years, it's a Chinese democracy kind of situation, and the difference is that two have actually, delivered, which I just didn't expect. Like I say, I've grown quite a lot as a person. People move on from things, and I definitely did with Tool. my obsession certainly simmered down. I very rarely listen to their albums these days, to be fair, because I've overplayed them. So yeah, it's just incredible to be blown away this much by the album. So I give it a near perfect 5 out of 5. And I suggest that if you've never heard them, to not check out this album first, just considering how long it is, but to check out the discography first and then work your way to this, because it's well worth hearing, and for any Tool fan it definitely delivers, I feel. I can certainly hear the criticism on it sounding a bit safe. It's an album that collects old sounds, so I can kind of see where they're getting at when they say that it's, after 13 years this is what they're coming back with. Like I said, I think the implementing them in a very modern way makes this album, really stand out. So yeah, overall they've delivered in spades. So yeah, that's my thought on the album. Let's move on to the packaging. So once again, Tool subvert your expectations, and they have delivered in the physical form, considering that we're in the vinyl revival. They've decided to just release one format, and it is in the form of a CD, which most people consider to be antiquated. I still collect them, as you can see behind me. I love CDs, so I was pleasantly surprised by what they were thinking, and I commend it, to be honest. This package is unsurprisingly excellent. If you were lucky enough to buy it when the pre-orders first came out, I definitely think it's worth that money. Obviously we've had scalpers come along and ruin it for everyone now, so it goes on eBay and such for double, triple the money, and mad people are actually paying it. Just to let anyone know, the band did put on Facebook yesterday that they were releasing another very limited amount of these CDs exclusively on their site, so I suggest pre-ordering and not giving in to the scalpers, because I feel it's unfortunate and disgusting, and I honestly don't think that the package is actually worth something that's $100, £100, whatever. So yeah, try and get that quick. As for me, I was lucky enough to be there when they posted the pre-order, so I managed to get it on the US Amazon for quite cheap. Didn't pay a lot. You pay, it was going for £80 here in the UK. I managed to snag it on the US Amazon, so I got it for £51, I think. So I did pretty well, with getting hold of it. It's basically in panel form. It's got a magnetic strip which holds it all together. You open it up and there's an LED screen, I think. I might be wrong with that, but there's a screen and a speaker at in the centre panel. Left hand side has a lyric book with some really nice artwork in it, and there's a charger cable to charge the video. The artwork's Alex Gray, who most will know has done the artwork since Lateralis. He might have even done Anywhere Thinking on it, I'm not really sure, but he's been with the band for a long time, and obviously he's come back to do the artwork and for the music video. Adam Jones has directed the whole piece, and it's a nice little addition to the album. Like I say, I love kooky things with packagings, and this definitely delivers in that regard. And like I say, just the fact it's on CD makes it all the sweeter. Because I do get tired of hearing people say that CDs aren't relevant anymore, because as far as I know, there's loads of people that still buy them. And since this is the only way to enjoy the album physically, I think it's, tip me out to them. The difference between this CD and the digital version, because you do actually get a digital card with this, which you'd be probably thinking why, it's a bit weird. That's because the CD can't handle the full capacity of this album, so you do actually get an edited version. I haven't actually heard the edited version yet, because this obviously came during the week, and I haven't had time to hear it yet, but I do plan on hearing it this weekend. But yeah, there's an edited version of the album, so you do get a digital card with it. And yeah, basically when you open up the panel, it's got some sort of trigger feature, or it's a sensor or something, and as soon as you open both sides of the album, the video automatically activates, and there's 3 buttons. There's the pause and play button in the centre, and then on either side there's a volume button, which I think is a nice touch. But yeah, I let the video do the talking on what it looks like. But like I say, if you can get hold of it for a reasonable price, I'd definitely suggest picking it up, because it's different, and it's just very, very well made. Yeah, really, really well made. So I definitely give the packaging for this a 5 out of 5. Because it's great. It's not overcumbersome or awkward in size. It's not much bigger than a normal CD, to be fair, which is nice because it fits on the shelf, no problems. Yeah, and it really emphasises the artwork. So anyway, there's no so long video. I apologise. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I do have other things that I want to show you guys. I'll hopefully get to doing them at some point. If you are into unboxings and physical related items for music, definitely subscribe, because I do intend to keep getting these out to you guys. And that's it. Yeah, I'll see you later.